Good afternoon, lady and gentlemen.
Hey, it's good morning here. I just woke up.
You just
What
woke up.
happened?
Oh, that's
What
right.
happened
You're
to the
back in
music?
Laos.
Yeah. I'm back in Laos. So it's morning here. It's like 8 something in the morning. 9, not even 9. 8 something in the morning. Yeah, 8:30. And your time
Rumor
is
has that you had a beer on the
6.
weekend, though.
Yeah. I went to Hard Rock again last night. Ah, but stupid thing is, it wasn't on happy hour. It was Sunday. Sunday's not happy hour. So it was sad hour, but I just felt like having Hard Rock. Still not too bad. Prices, beer,
So
you
in
know, so.
Cambodia, when it's normal time, it's like $1.50 a beer instead of $1. Oh,
Uh, how much is it? 60, pint is 60,000 kip was divided by 20, $3. $3 for a pint. So,
$3 for a pint
not
in
terrible.
like the Hard Rock,
Yeah,
and come on,
yeah, that's still okay. And that's not happy hour.
it's
That's a
okay.
sad hour.
Yeah, sad hour,
So
and right
yeah,
next door is some local pub where it's like half the price. So
yeah,
what are
that's
you
true.
gonna do?
That's true. That's true. So
So
understand.
what you're telling me is that the Hard Rock, why do you go there? The prices are higher and the serving staff skirts are longer. Why do you go there?
No, I don't know. Once in a while, it's nice to go hear some music, watch some rugby and stuff. So I go there sometimes. Not that often. Maybe once every couple of weeks or something over there. You got to have a change of pace too. You can't just go to the local places all the time. So, I mean, I'm
Yeah, so
hitting
what you're
marks
telling
almost
me
every
here is
day.
that you went there when it wasn't on happy hour, which
Yeah,
means you weren't prepared.
that's true. That's true. I wasn't prepared to pay more, but I had to. That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. And that's all
Ah,
about today's episode. It's all about
Uh,
prepping, preparing,
prepping? What, is it a
being
doomsday
prepared.
again? Is
No, that
doomsday
was last
coming?
week. That
Oh,
was
okay.
last week.
Another
That was on the
asteroid's going to kill us?
no, that was the rapture or something on the 23rd or 24th. That already happened.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah, but
rapture
there's
happened.
another
I'm
one
still here.
coming.
You're still here. Everybody watching
Yeah,
us is still here.
yeah,
What
that's
does that
true.
say about us?
Yeah, we can't predict things
The
very well.
rapture
But
didn't take any of us.
so
But,
yeah,
the
so
rapture didn't take us. So that's sad.
yeah,
But because I'm still
yeah.
here, I can still have
All
one of
right,
these.
all right. Our non-sponsor is
Today's
Tiger.
non sponsor.
Yeah, Tiger Beer. So we have to run down to Singapore to see if they'll sponsor us. That'd be
God, I hope
cool.
they do.
It's a
Ooh.
good idea. Does it taste the
Mm.
same? Does it taste the same as it always
Oh,
has?
oh, it tastes
Yeah.
like the fluffy under here of the beard of a tiger, fluffy and
Yeah.
soft.
It doesn't taste like tiger
Ooh,
piss.
so nice.
I mean, come on, man. They're not sponsoring
Wouldn't
us
know.
yet,
I've
so it's
not
still
often
a
had
little
tiger
bit more
piss.
like tiger piss.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
get that. Don't
yeah.
forget
What's in
that.
this fucking can, man? Ugh. Hmm.
So,
But
so,
talking about prepping, so
hmm,
wise old bastards, we sometimes accidentally impart advice and wisdom,
really?
and
That's a
oh
job.
yeah, by accident. I want to talk about it a little bit today.
Okay.
It's been an interesting week. So
Okay.
the global economy is in an interesting time. Interesting things are happening.
Yeah.
Economy goes up and down all the time,
Yeah.
but in my record shop, people don't talk about the economy very much, except sometimes they like, oh, I can't buy anything this week. My money's tight, mortgage, what, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Everybody's been saying that for 10,000 years. But in this last
True.
couple of weeks, I'm hearing a shift. People, instead of
Hmm.
just like letting the situation happen, which is what almost everybody does, right?
Yeah.
You've got your job, maybe you set up a retirement plan through your company or privately or something, but most people don't pay a lot of attention. You might watch the headlines about
Yeah.
what's going on with the stock market and stuff, but you don't really every day change what you're doing based
Hmm.
on that, right?
Hmm. True.
I'm starting to see that. People are telling me that they're preparing. It's not just, oh, here's how things are right now. And some situations we're in are like a surprise versus like a year ago. Not a
Yeah.
surprise versus a few months ago, but versus a year ago.
Hmm.
and everyone just kind of like, oh, well, everyone's freaking out and that. But now I'm hearing people talk about they're looking 6 months or a year ahead, what they think might be coming, and they're starting to prepare for it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just I want to talk a bit about that, like what I'm starting to prepare. I'll talk a bit about some of the shit I might be doing,
Hmm.
and curious to see what you might be doing, and anyone else who's watching, what you all might be doing.
Yeah,
And
actually,
I
it's a
just
good
want to
point. I mean, I
preface
was
it
just
though.
thinking
Yeah.
about that this morning. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about shit, we get these projects here. I'm working still, no problem while I'm working, but when you stop working, you have to prepare for the time you actually pretty much stop working. And here, people were working with the government, and then the government says, okay, you're getting old, you're getting close to 60, you're retired. This is automatic. It's like it didn't even warn you. It's like it actually retired quite a few people a couple years earlier than they're normally supposed to be retiring. So yeah, preparation is critical, and people don't think about it, right? You always think that just keep on going, but you don't really look at long-term investments when you retire. And people have America, I think they have the 401k or something it's called, uh, and probably something in Canada similar, some kind of government thing. I don't know if it works. I really have no idea, and I know they tax you on it, so it's not that great. If they tax your 401k, that's pretty suck. You know? So what do
Well,
they have
here
in Canada?
we have. I'm not an expert, so here, like, this is as a wise old bastard. I'm admitting that I have not done the whole thing right. So I've
Hmm.
always been in business, and I always
Yeah,
kind of assumed
yeah,
I'm always doing business, going to always be earning till the day I die. I
yeah,
never
pretty
paid
much.
much attention to a retirement fund. I have no pension other than whatever the government pension plan will be. I never set one up. I never really considered it, which
Yeah.
was a mistake. I should have. I mean, I've got a few little investments, but not even compared to how much money I've earned over the years. My investments are minuscule because I
Hmm.
didn't invest for the long term. I just
Yeah,
I invested back into my businesses, and
yeah.
businesses, some go up, some go down, some go away. So mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't do all that completely correctly. But here we've got like the RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan, which is very similar to like your 401k. And then
Okay.
we have something that's called a TFSA, a tax-free savings account. So
Wow.
every
That's
year
nice.
we're allowed to
Tax.
contribute. I think it's gone up every year. It goes up a little bit how much you can contribute. I think you can put in up to $15,000 a year into that, and then
Okay.
that you can use to invest in things, and that's completely tax free. So if you invested in Nvidia 2 years ago in your TFSA, put in $10,000, and now it's worth like $500,000, you don't pay any capital gains tax on that, because
Oh wow.
it gained within that that program. But you're
Oh,
only
okay.
allowed to put the maximum is 15,000 a year. And Canadians are just like Americans. It doesn't matter how much you're earning, you're spending it all. So not
Hmm.
many people. It's like, oh, yeah, you can put 15,000 into it every year, tax free, buddy. I'm
Hmm.
minimum wage and I make 20,000 a year,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
thanks a fucking lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
it's like
Yeah, for the normal people.
so.
And I mean, the one thing good over here, of course, Malaysia has that BPF, which is to me a really good scheme where you put money in away, but it's kind of like a 10 times better concept than Social Security is because you put money in, it's your account, and you get about 4 to 5% interest per year, which is not bad. And it's pretty much, I don't remember the taxation systems on it, but it's not too bad. It's quite good. And that grows and it continues to grow. And of course, the employer puts in, I think about 12%. You have to put in minimum 11, but you can actually throw in a lot more. So if you have excess income at a certain time, you dump in more and you get all this interest for that. And it's fairly tax free on that. And it's quite good. So I've been using that over here. Pensions and Social Security in America, it's a joke. It's like it's peanuts, man, over in America. Social Security, I think I
Well,
can earn more
I've
in
been
two
trying to look at
days
a bit of that.
than I get there in a
Mhm.
month.
Yeah, so I
It's
mean, I look at
terrible.
that and it's I've recently, so I've got family who are now on the Social Security, and I'm of that age. A lot of my friends are starting to take it, and they're getting on it. And it's so complicated. I
Yeah.
don't understand the formula, but
Mm,
it's more complicated than it has to be. There are basically three
yeah.
pots to it. It's like what you contributed,
Yeah.
how old you are, and how long you contributed, or something.
Yeah.
And if you make more from one pot, they take it out of the other pot, and it seems to kind of balance out. So I don't know why they don't just do one number, but you know. So
Makes sense.
what's interesting about that? I don't know if they have a similar thing in the States, but I've seen a couple of people here. Some of my customers have just gone through it, uh, getting to the age where you move into an old folks home, right?
Mm,
And I've got a friend who works in that industry, and I hear
mm,
like some of the costs. Like if you do it privately, you can do
yeah.
private care here in Canada. So there. I mean, whoa, this is nuts. So a friend of mine, so he works in the industry, um, and the place that he works, uh, it's full care, dementia care, the whole bit, right? And
Yeah.
if you were to pay privately, so if you came in from another country, for example, you could go
Uh-huh.
in there and it's about $12,000 a month,
Hey.
right? And but that's
Wow.
24-hour care,
Wow.
right? And it's
That's
not a bad
terrible.
place. It's not like a five-star hotel, but it's not like a
Shit.
warehouse for old people, right? It's not so bad. But here's the two extremes that we have. So nobody in there is paying the 12,000 because they're all Canadians in there right now, as far as I know, in this
Okay.
place. And so Canada has a system where the government will put you into whichever home is available, right? So
Hmm.
again, this is just one of my customers just gone through this, and you have like from where you live, you there's a list of all the homes that have
Okay.
available space, or
Okay.
that may not have space now, but strangely enough, an old folks' home places open all the time. I don't know what's going on with that, but
Really.
so you put your name down on the
Moving
list, and when
on.
you get in, so you get into whichever place, and then the government charges you. It's 70 or 80. I think it's 80% of your pension, right?
Hmm.
If you go into a full care facility. I don't know if you go into
Okay.
somewhere where it's not full care, they charge you. I don't know how that works. So you go to this place that, for example, it should cost $12,000 a month, 24-hour care. The
Yeah.
meals are included
Yeah.
to help you wipe your ass, the whole bit, right?
Yeah.
And if you are not a wealthy person and
Hmm.
your pension is $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you're only paying 80% of that pension goes to the care place, and you still get like a couple $100 left over for the beer that your friends might smuggle in for you or something.
That's terrible.
So that's kind of
Wow.
interesting. It's like, okay, so your pension is not worth much if you're living outside. You're living a shit life because it's not much money. It's hard to survive. But
Yeah.
in a situation like that, if you do need the care, it's like, oh, well, you're not going to be put in a cardboard box and tossed off a bridge. They take
Yeah.
care of you that way. And on
Yeah. I
the
mean,
other extreme, so
yeah.
my friend's been in the industry long enough that he also works for a crazy high end place that
You mean the
has
12,000's a low end?
whenever
Oh, shit. Are you kidding?
that
12,000's
ain't
low end?
nothing. That ain't nothing.
Holy
So he
shit.
works for this company it's a company that's actually it's based somewhere in Toronto or something here. And they work
Hmm.
across North America, so including down in the States, but mostly they operate up in Canada. Most of the clients are from the States, and they come up, and it's more rehabilitation than old folk care, right?
Okay.
So it's not covered by the insurance. It's rich people from the States coming up,
No, yeah.
and they might have like an addiction problem. They want to be,
Yeah, yeah.
they want some privacy, but they want to have care around them, and they want 1 or 2 or 3 months to sort out whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And that company will come in and they will rent an estate. So they don't own the places. They'll rent some big estate, a
Mm,
$20 million place on the water or something for a few months,
okay. Yeah.
fully staff it, and they charge $10,000 or $15,000 a day.
Oh, fuck.
and they've actually got. I can't believe they have so many clients. Like, I don't know where people get the money for that. That's insane.
Really?
So, but
Okay. Well,
but that's not
we
how
were
you
talking
prepare. If you don't already have the money
exactly.
for that right now, listening to our show is not going to help you.
Yeah, no, no, no. That's not prepping, man. That's really. I mean, there are these people that decided to go for a lifetime cruise, right? Basically, when they're old, instead of staying and looking at ending up in a hospital, where they just go on a cruise line because cruise ships have medical facilities, they have food, and it's cheaper than doing anything else. You get this, you get these rates that I guess are like long-term cruises, and you can get some good deals and stuff. And it's probably cheaper to go cruise around the world and get free healthcare and food and all that stuff in a big package. So you're on lifelong
And when you're
vacation until they just
and
throw
when
you
you're at the
overboard.
end, the burial costs are pretty low, right?
Exactly. Just
Next,
now that's
cabin
preparation.
seven's
That's an
open.
idea. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's logical if you think about it, right? You want to enjoy life until the very end, and you don't want to mess with hospitals. You don't have to take care of your properties or mow your lawn or shovel your driveway or anything. You just jump on a boat and go. It's not too bad idea. So yeah, I heard of a few
It's
people
not so
going.
bad.
So that's interesting. So see the world, and then when it's all over, gone.
See the world. But
So,
so for
go
me now,
ahead.
so I'm actually back to the like current prepping.
Yeah.
So I'm doing some things that I've been listening to some of my customers come through. One guy's an accountant, used to be the comptroller for a big city, and blah 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 blah. And I've put together
Hmm.
some thoughts on following what a lot of these guys are doing. Right? I'm not just doing what they're doing. I thought it through and I looked up, and the situation seemed to make sense to me. So in
Okay.
Canada, we're like most of the world, right? Which means whatever
Okay.
the states does affects us. So even
Yeah.
if it's not something that's exactly happening here, we still have to pay attention to what our government's doing, what your government's doing, what the rest of the world is doing.
Yeah.
If you just look at what's happening in your own neighborhood, your own backyard, you can get slapped upside the head with something that you didn't even see coming. So you got to kind of pay
Hmm.
more attention. Huh? I mean, you should pay a little bit of attention to world events. I mean, if China
Really?
and Korea are talking about going to war or something, you should pay attention to that because that could affect all kinds of different things, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
a couple of things that
But
seem like unrelated, but I'm actually paying attention to. Like, y'all know, I've got this Mexican place that I bought that's
yeah,
in construction, right? So it's had enough
it's not built
delays
yet.
along the way, but it's now looking like it'll be June of 2026. It
Ah,
should be delivered, right? So that's 6, 7,
okay.
8 months or something from now.
Okay. Cool.
So I've got the way it works is
Yeah.
it's like, because I bought pre-construction, so I've made progress payments until I paid half,
Yeah.
and then I pay the balance on delivery. So I've already paid half. They're running late, which is not a surprise in many pre-construction, and in Mexico particularly, it's not a huge
Yeah.
shock. But I still
Of
see,
course.
I'm still, for a whole
Yeah.
bunch of reasons, I'm still confident it's on track to get done. So I'm looking at it and I say, okay, I have to pay roughly 100,000 US dollars in middle of next year. So I've got that money
Oh,
kind of
okay.
sorted out and set aside, but there are a few things I'm looking at now. So here's what I'm talking
Hmm.
about prepping. If you sit down and think things through and pay attention, you might be able to improve your situation, or you might make a mistake and fuck everything up. It's hard to say. Time will tell,
Sure.
right? So I'm looking at it. I say, okay, well, I owe that money in USD. So some time ago, I've already converted money into USD. I figured I don't want to pay attention, just like I'm saying, I don't want to pay attention to
Yeah.
the currency change up and down every day and freaking out
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So I got the money, I owe it in USD. I got the USD, just done, right? But
Mm.
now I watch the news and I listen to what the government down in the States is saying. And when you watch enough of their news conferences and listen to enough of their people on going around on the talk shows, it's pretty clear that the American government has said very clearly that they're hoping to devalue the U.S. dollar. They want to
Mm.
have it a lower value. they're thinking, the way they're explaining it is basically, that it'll be cheaper for uh, American exports and bring in more money.
Yeah,
That's one of the big things they talk
normal
about.
stuff. Yeah. Hmm.
They also talk a lot about the debt. I mean, you've got some of the top guys in the administration down there um, are talking about um, actually floating the idea of a century bond. Right now, a century
Okay.
bond just means basically convert all of the U.S. bonds right now and say, oops, as of today, we're not paying you every 3 months or every year or 2 years, whenever your
Every
bond is.
100 years,
Everything's converted to a 100-year bond. Every 100
they
years.
pay you back in a
Yeah,
hundred
so it'll
years.
be the interest will still accrue.
No.
Yeah, well, they're saying the interest will still accrue. It'll be got like a big balloon payment. So the government will not pay interest, but if you hold on to it for 100 years, you'll get the same money as if they had paid all along. And the
Mm.
instrument is still tradable, so I can still sell you. You can still sell to me.
Yeah.
I can sell for a little more. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not completely saying your money's gone, but
Yeah.
it's
Of
a
course.
big thing. And if it does that, that would really make a big move toward devaluing the dollar as well, right? Because the whole world holds U.S. dollars and would just freak everybody out. And the third little thing about all this is, no matter what's, and this is not a partisan political issue, this is a math issue, right? So
Hmm.
you look at what's going on with the Fed Reserve down in the States and the being pushed to change interest rates. And
Mm.
most of the world looks at that and says that if the Fed is no longer nonpartisan, it makes people more nervous about the U.S. dollar. So you put all those things together, and there's a more than reasonable chance that the USD could be worth a lot less by June of next year, because the government says they want it to be worth less, right? So it's
Mm.
not some black swan event. It's what they say they want to do. So if you listen to them say that and you go like, oh, if they're telling me it should be worth less, mayhaps I should be listening, right? Why? Well, if they're saying that and that's what they're trying to do, I should listen to that. So I'm
Mm.
considering taking the USD that I have and I want
Huh.
to put it into like gold or Swiss francs or something for the short
Mm.
term. And
Yeah.
then hopefully I can buy the US dollars I need back for less money
For less money. Yeah.
in 8 months' time.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, normally, like I said, I already bought the USD because I don't want to play the currency exchange game because, uh, you know, you got PhDs up the fucking wazoo spending all 24 hours a day playing that game trying to figure it out, and they usually get it wrong. So,
They usually don't.
but
No.
I'm
No.
just saying, if this is now,
Economists don't.
if the guys in charge are telling you that's what they want to do, maybe it makes sense to pay some attention to that,
Yeah.
right?
But the issue
And then I
is
look at it and
the
saying,
yeah. Yeah, the issue is that
well, the
even
issue.
if
I'm
it
going to drink while you
devalues,
tell me what
you
the
have
issue
no
is.
idea by how much. We don't know how much it's going to value. It could be just a couple percent too. You don't expect them to devalue it too much. I mean, like you said, every currencies go up and down, but it's still U.S. is still the global currency, so it can't really, you know, go fluctuate that much, or else the whole world's going to have shit. If they devalue it by, you know, 5%, maybe, but it's 5% of 100,000. It's still some money, but it's probably not going to make it huge. Uh, and yes, I think they do want a weaker dollar or whatever you call it, devalue a little bit. But again, it fluctuates. Even if they try to devalue it now, in a couple, 6 months after that, it may go back up again. It's just there is a global issue on it. The
No,
Fed is
it's true. But
the Fed
what's a little
the
different
Fed is
this
supposed
time
to
though
be
is you look at.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm just saying the Fed is
I mean, you
supposed
look
to
at
be
other things that are
nonpartisan
happening.
and this
What's supposed to be nonpartisan? Sorry.
the Federal Reserve. I mean, it's technically set up as an independent entity. Now they're claiming, it's a conspiracy. It's all related to England and all that, and the banking systems and all that from the old days with what's his name, the famous. Oh God, I can't even think all of a sudden. the guys that kind of set it up at the very beginning back in like 1913 or some shit. So Rockefeller, or maybe before that. Anyway, the idea is that it is supposed to be nonpartisan in itself, just to control the monies and whatever it is to support the U.S. economy. However, yeah, it's been partisan, which is not supposed to happen. So, I mean, that's one of the things that Americans are pissed off about, saying, well, get rid of the
Hmm.
Federal Reserve.
You've actually,
A lot of people are saying, get rid of it,
yeah.
because it's not really helping uh, the economy. And they're saying, go back to the Treasury bonds. Treasury bonds were the cornerstone of the system before the Federal Reserve came in. So, I mean, it's a different viewpoint. So, is the Federal Reserve really? I mean, it's not. It just kind of dictates how the banks are. They don't have any freaking money. They don't, they don't own Fort Knox. If there's any gold in there anyway, we don't even know that. They were supposed
No,
to
that's I
audit
know.
that
It's just
shit.
say it's yeah. This is it's really not even a political thing. Whether
Yeah.
I don't know enough about how it all works. Should you have a Federal Reserve or not? I don't know. Beyond my
Yeah.
purview. But it's just that by a lot of the world is nervous about the moves that are happening right now, and that's all. I don't
Mhm.
care about the politics. I care about the numbers of it. I mean, you touched
Of
on
course.
gold, and that's another interesting thing. What makes me look at this is that right now, the U.S. supposedly has 8,100 and something metric tons of gold, right?
Maybe.
Nobody's seen it for a long time. It was interesting. A couple months ago, Trump said he's going to go visit Fort Knox, and I haven't heard anything about that. So I wonder if he went and saw, oh
Yeah. So
shit,
with
there's
Rand
nothing
Paul.
here, and closed the door.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Actually,
happened,
it's a guy named Rand
but
Paul who's kind of a senator of Kentucky. That's where the thing is. It's in Kentucky. So, did they bet on the horse races, the Kentucky Derby and
I don't know.
lost it
Maybe
all?
they
I
won.
don't know.
But the thing is, right now, the on the books in the states, though, you guys hold your gold at $42.22 an ounce is the value you've got on gold, and it's
Okay.
actually at the moment it's closer to 3,000, right? So
Yeah.
there's also coming from the administration, some of the dudes there saying, "Oh, we're just going to revalue gold to instead of that, maybe we'll just revalue to 5,000 or 10,000.
Hmm.
We'll just change the value because it's not 42. That's not a real
Oh,
number. So if that's not a
that's
real
not a real
number, we
number.
can
Yeah.
use any not real number.
Exactly.
So they
So,
can use any not real number. So
they
okay.
should something
So they might
closer.
revalue gold at 5 or 10,000 an ounce in terms of the
Yeah.
holdings. And it's like
Yeah.
if that happens, it's also well, okay, that changes everything a lot too. So there's so many
No, that
things in
changed.
flux that it's
Yeah.
just like holy shit, man. So
Yeah.
if you buy gold now at 3,000 because the government's saying they want it to be 5, so they're going to revalue to 5. But in the States, remember, you guys have got a long history of confiscating gold too. So every
Okay. I
time
didn't
that
know
just before you revalue gold, you go you for 4 times you guys have done it, taken everyone's gold away and said, okay, now we're changing the value of gold. It's like shit. You just took my gold at $42,
that.
and then the next day it's $5,000. Shit. What? It's not nice. It's not nice. So people are freaking
Yeah, I
out
don't
about
know.
that. So I mean, it's just like I put all that in, and that's basically I look at that, and I look at that's preparing is so fucking hard. Yeah,
Yep, that's
so
true.
hard. But
Preparation for
we got to be
doomsday.
practical about it. So that's why I said, well, for doomsday, no, I'm not.
You're
Canada
supposed
doesn't
to.
have quite the same tradition as prepping that way. Well, you're prepping. You're buying some guns or something now, right?
That's some, of course. It's American to have hold guns. It's kind of the institution of the Second Amendment. I used to have a lot more. Now I just down to one or so, one or two. So, the but we don't shoot gold bullets or anything, or even silver ones. It's just plain old brass stuff. Anyway, that's just for protection and for target shooting and stuff like that. So with my neighbor and stuff. So, but at the same time, prepping that's a precaution. I'm not prepping for doomsday in that respect, but it's always good to prepare. In case what are you going to do if somebody does break in your house or something? What will you do if you have nothing to protect yourself. Now, if you're in a guarded community with security and stuff, it's different, right? So, but when you're outside or whatever, and I just like anything, you just feel safer that you have something to protect yourself. Um, so that's that's part of the preparation, but that's a kind of a physical thing against uh, in case something happens like that. But we're mostly talking about preparation economically, and the most biggest problem with that tends to be health. Right? Somebody gets very sick, goes to the hospital, and all of a sudden the bills go up like crazy. Now in Canada, of course, you have freer health care, so it's much cheaper there than America. So America is like nuts. The prices of healthcare is just crazy. But in Canada, you're kind of buffered with that. That's true. But at the same time, how much are you buffered versus, how much do you have to pay out of pocket as well? And that's healthcare is usually the key
Actually, the
factor.
out of pocket is not really much of a thing here. The thing is more like if you have elective surgery, a longer wait time.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
let's say you need like a knee or hip replacement, it can be 3 months or 5 months waiting list
yeah,
because it's considered elective surgery. I
yeah.
suppose if your knees are fucked, you don't think it's elective. It's like my knees hurt like fuck.
Exactly.
But it's I guess it's not life threatening. But I mean, it's things are getting a little better here. We're having on the one hand we've had some issues with like rural I can't say it
Yeah. Rural.
rural towns and areas where the maternity wards are having an issue where there's not enough maternity
Hold it
doctors, so
in.
they're
Hold it in.
actually hold it
Hold
in,
it. Hold it.
hold it
Hold
in,
it.
pull it out. I don't know.
Wait, wait,
It's just
Next week. Next week.
next week. Yeah,
It'll be
it's
good
like
for one more month. Don't worry.
it's fine.
It'll come out a little bit bigger.
But I mean, that's it. Kind of makes it's super inconvenient, but it kind of makes sense because you have a general idea when a baby's coming, so you arrange to send the pregnant woman to a bigger
Mhm.
town or city, days ahead of time. I'm sure it's not fun if you're the one involved in it, but at least you get access to something. But we're actually having we're strangely enough we're having a bit of a boom on American doctors coming up and moving into rural towns and opening practices. So it's kind
Okay.
of helping out a little bit.
That's interesting. There you go. But
But
they're not free.
it's funny because you
So,
don't, but only in smaller towns because you don't make as much money here as a doctor as you would down in the States. So
oh,
it's like if
okay.
you want to go move to a small town, like if you love fishing, you want to go to a small town that's up in lakes and rivers in
Mm.
interior Canada somewhere. You go there and you make half of what you made in the States, but it costs you nothing to live there. You're living a great life and you're hunting and fishing every damn day.
Okay.
So I mean, must be
That's good.
factors like that are happening too. But
As
it's
a
just
doctor, it's supposed to be golfing, but the issue is what if you got
oh
give birth? Oh, I'm on
weirdly
the lake.
enough,
I'm on the lake.
Canada's
Come,
got
come.
golf
We got the
courses
boat.
fucking everywhere.
Oh, the issue. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. If you're out in the lake fishing and somebody
We have
needs a
snowshoe golf even, man.
give birth, what are you going to do? You got to bring her out to the lake. Don't worry. We got a boat out
Yeah,
here. We can do it. The boat.
yeah.
Oh, man. So,
Swim.
yeah, there you go. They used to do that, right?
Yeah,
Birth and natural birth in the water and shit. I was like,
yeah.
oh shit. Oh,
But
that's funny.
but
But
water
yeah.
and prepping. So back to prepping for a minute. It's like here I am. I'm talking about I'm the financial prepping. So I'm doing some of these things. I'm looking. I'm paying attention to because I have the deal I have with my place down in Mexico is a fixed 7% like a mortgage rate for 5 years if I want to finance the second half. And I'm planning on not financing it, but I'm paying attention because if things go far enough sideways, it might be cheaper for me to pay the 7% because you know currency is worth
Ouch.
9% less now. Maybe,
Uh,
who knows?
maybe.
Who knows? But here's prepping. Here's advice. I'm going to give you advice that I don't take for myself.
Hmm.
That's usually the best advice. The stuff you don't do yourself is the stuff that's
You
it's
should
the
have
right
done.
advice to give. It's the right advice to take. But
Yeah, because you should have done it.
well, I live in an earthquake zone. Yeah, I live in an earthquake zone, right? And I
I don't know any
have
earthquakes up there.
2 bottles of water and a half a case of beer. That's my provisions, right? You're supposed to have enough water
What about the
to
whiskey?
last what? Oh, that's okay. I'm okay for whiskey. Whiskey doesn't take up as much space. It's easier to store. Water, what the fuck, man?
That's
I
true.
mean, really. So, you see this all the time. I talk to people all the time too, right? Because in an earthquake zone, everyone talks about it. You're supposed to be prepared. You're supposed to have food and water in your
Mm,
pantry, and then okay, well, you buy stuff, and then you make sure you rotate so you use the canned stuff, so you don't have like a 40-year-old can in the corner, right? I mean,
yeah. Uh-huh.
but nobody keeps up with that until there's like an
True.
earthquake or some natural disaster on TV. Then for 3 days, everyone's out buying water and cans of tomatoes or whatever, and then a week later, it's like, yeah, this is like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. So the other thing about prepping for economics, I think the other issue is that talking about investments, right? You usually try to invest in something, whether it's long-term investments or short-term investments, your liquidity of money and stuff like that. The other one that's always coming up is cryptocurrency. Is that an investment? Is that worth it? Is it too risky? Is it secure? Are you going in and trying to make money trading in crypto? There's so much out there in crypto. Bitcoin has gone from a couple thousand up to 30,000 up to 100 something thousand back down to whatever it is now. I don't know the exact value it is now, but it is kind of entrenched in the system. Bitcoin is kind of recognized electronic currency. Even governments are looking at investing in Bitcoin. Right now, there's only so much Bitcoin. Right, it's like electronic gold. There's only so much. They're still mining it, but there's not a whole lot left to mine. Right, it's not like gold where actually you can find a bunch more gold. You know, and then all of a sudden, wow, the prices go back down because they found a big deposit somewhere. So uh, it is an issue. It's interesting. Now, other crypto is not like this mining thing. It's just crypto. It's just the idea of expectation that when you buy it now, you buy it for 50 cents and it'll go up to $2. So it's still, if you buy enough of it, your amount of income is increased tremendously just because the percent rise of value, right? So, and the volatility of it. So you really have to be um, very, not just knowledgeable, but really watch that all the time. You can't just throw money in it and, 6 months later, what's going on? It's something you got to monitor every other day, kind of thing. So, what about that? What do you think about that?
well, so for me, I pay a fair bit of attention to it. Um, I have some concerns. I like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin makes sense to me because of the scarcity issue.
Hmm.
Some of the other ones that are just, yeah, my biggest concern right now is the switch in government thinking from, don't know what's going on with this, let's be a little careful with it, to now all the talk of stable coins.
Mm.
And here's where I put on my tinfoil hat, and I say that I think stable coins could be the most dangerous thing that's ever been invented, because the whole thing about cryptocurrency is freedom from fiat currency, freedom from government control, right?
Okay. Hmm.
But if you take stable coins, and again, listening to what some governments are saying clearly they want to do, whether they can do it or will do it, I don't know, but they're saying they want to do it. So it's not like a surprise.
Mm.
So having a stable coin, a US dollar stable coin, uh, as call it the ancillary to or replacement of all the T bills that you're talking about. So there's talk about doing that. So
Mm.
if you say all payments must be settled in this particular stable coin that we've just set up, you're just taking everything you've done anywhere,
Mhm.
putting it in a big old digital pile, just like money's digital already anyway,
Mostly.
and handing it to the government. So it's like
Mhm.
that that's that's not what crypto's supposed to be. That's
Yeah,
that's
sure.
that's just making it easier to move money from you to the government, to any government.
Yeah, it's
So
good. And government will
I
suck
I
it up,
I,
that's
I
for sure.
I'm very concerned with stable coins. I mean, the stable coin market already, just between the
Mm.
two largest stable coins, there are trillions of dollars traded already on these two stable
Oh,
coins.
oh,
Trillions.
okay.
And it's like, and that's something that if the government's controlling that, I mean, T-bills, they don't even control in the same way, because a T-bill is just,
Mm.
it's traded, right?
Right.
Willing buyer, willing seller. But a stable coin, it's like, I got the keys for it here. It's like, you know what? All right, I've just changed it a little bit now. We're giving you back 75 cents instead of $1 on the stable coin. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your money. See ya.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, what,
Could
what,
be.
what? It's like, whoa, it's not even the market decided, just some dude decides. I'm
Sounds
not too happy about
not
that.
too stable. It's not very stable,
Yeah,
man.
that kind of stuff
Really.
concerns me. So I mean, I like Bitcoin. Yes, some of the other coins I like because of the facility of them for transferring money, for smart documents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of money invested in those guys, those other coins, just because they make sense to me. But the
Hmm.
ones that come out where people are getting rich overnight, I'm never going to end up getting rich overnight, because I I don't I follow it just enough to know just enough to not know enough, right? So it's like 30 new coins come out today. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this one is like it's a quacking duck, um, and it's doing an
Yeah.
airdrop to everybody who's involved in it, and then the value goes up, and you can, yeah, yeah, okay, but other than other than a quacking duck that I like you said just now, like you put in 50 cents, you get out $2. Great,
Mhm.
I like them making the money part of it, but other than that, what does it do? It's not like a
No.
company
Yeah.
that builds stuff. It's not a mine that mines stuff. It's not Bitcoin with the scarcity. It's just plainly 30 guys in a room who are passing money around until the music stops, and whoever's got it, got it. And the other guys lose everything. It's like, well,
Yeah. I mean,
it's
that's
great if
where
you're the
the
guy in the right chair.
volatility. Yeah. No, cryptocurrency in itself is designed to facilitate something, right? And some kind of trade or some kind of projects or whatever. And I think it's good that it's market driven. That's no problem about that. But the instability is also because of the market. It is a market issue. So if you don't have a clear market on utility of that cryptocurrency, I mean, we were trying to develop one a long time ago, what, 10, 12 years ago. And we just didn't have the investment systems, but that I think would have been good, and still do. And hopefully we might revive that. But I don't actually own physically any cryptocurrency. I thought maybe I should, but my kids do. Some of my family does, so they play with it. My one kid earned like 10,000 bucks very quickly, and he lost about 8,000 bucks very quickly too. So I think he netted about two, which is still better than going down, because crypto can start
Well,
at
it's
50 cents,
also
go up to $2, and then turn turn back down to 8 cents. So you gotta be really careful on that shit.
the thing with crypto is that the tax implications on it are strange too. So it's like I don't know exactly how it works in the States, but in Canada, let's say that you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin at whatever price, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you held it for a couple of years, and it doubled, it tripled, it went up 10 times. You got $1,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I take that crypto and I turn it into $1,000, I
Mm-hmm.
have a big capital gains, right? I put in
Yeah.
$100, I got out 1,000. So I got to pay
Mm-hmm.
tax on the 900 because it's
Yeah.
capital
Mm-hmm.
gains.
Right.
But if you spend it, there is
Mm-hmm.
no tax on it. It's just like I have dollars, I have gold coins, I have chickens
Mm-hmm.
that I'm bartering, whatever. I got Bitcoin if I buy something, as
Mm-hmm.
long as there's not another asset that increases in value. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. So
Yeah, that's
Bitcoin is
a key
not
point.
as easy to spend as it should be. I mean, back in the early
Mm.
days, you could buy pizza with it. Yes, you can now. No one's buying pizza with it because they're always convinced I buy a pizza and then it's going to cost me $1,000 for that fucking pizza because the value is going up so fast. But I mean, like buying a house. Like if I could
Mm.
buy my Mexican place in Bitcoin, well, that'd be
Mhm.
nice. And whatever, I've got some Bitcoin, it's gone up in value, and I just spend it to buy this house. I don't have to pay capital gains. But if you
Yeah,
have to like pay capital gains when you take it, and it's like, fuck, man. Like, what's
yeah.
the point? The whole point of this Bitcoin was like it's stinky fucking rich. Now I get stinky fucking rich, and I'm gonna give you all the money back in tax. That ain't right. That ain't right. That's not what I want to do.
That's right. That's
That ain't
the
right.
whole issue about crypto is
So
that
if any
it's
of you
not
out there had
tradable
the
like a
same
fiat.
problem, I've got the solution for you. You just
Yeah.
all y'all here's what you do. You send all of your Bitcoin to me. I'll send you records. You take those records down to your local record shop. You trade them in for cash,
There you go.
and
There you
don't
go.
tell nobody. Then you got cash. There you go.
There you go.
It's
That's
not
true.
money laundering.
Cash
It's Bitcoin
payments.
laundering. It's not the same.
That's funny. So yeah, I mean, that
Actually,
thing
we
is.
could legally do that because I'll sell you my records in Bitcoin.
There you go.
That's okay. I can accept Bitcoin for selling a product. That's fine. You can get the product. That's fine. And when you go sell it
Hmm.
to your local record store or to a private person, I don't know how you sold it. I don't know. That's between you guys.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. Yep, that's there you go. You solved it again. Go buy Bitcoin, go buy records,
Solved it again. I knew we'd
and
get around to
you
a
go.
solution sooner or later if we kept circling it.
Oh shit. So anyway, I think we have to
So here's
end
more
this
wise
one.
old bastard advice.
Yeah.
More wise old bastard advice. If you're going to take cryptocurrency advice from two old fucks, one who's drinking beer, one who's drinking coffee, and
Yeah.
it's not official tax advice, you lose it, it's your problem. You go to jail for doing something stupid, it's your problem. There's uh,
Yeah, don't
aren't I
take
being
advice from
nice? That's
wise
not
old
what I meant.
bastards.
It came out
No,
wrong.
we're supposed to take advice. Exactly. But always be prepared to think critically. I mean, we can give advice, but don't always take it literally. I mean, some of the shit we say is really true. I mean, we've been around, we understand stuff, but at the same time, we don't know everything. Okay. Although sometimes we know everything about every goddamn thing, supposedly. It's on our shirt. Don't forget that.
I know every goddamn thing about every goddamn thing.
Yeah, exactly. We know a bit about everything about everything. But anyway, I think we have to close this one today. And but be prepared. Be prepared for what's coming up next, whether it's financial or earthquakes or whatever. Prepare in life and think about it. Think of how to prepare. It's not always going to be doomsday, but maybe it is. We don't know. Maybe that asteroid is going to come down. Maybe those aliens are going to come down and enslave everybody. So we don't know. Or maybe they'll just come down and
Hey,
drink
let
beer
me
with
tell you
us.
about
We don't know.
preparing. I'll give you one last little story about how preparing can happen. All right?
Hmm.
The government, I'm not sure if it's the Canadian government or the British Columbia, my provincial government here. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of the governments doesn't affect me
Mm-hmm.
directly because I don't have a wood burning fireplace. But
Uh,
so here's a way to make some revenue grab. I'm sure this is all about making money. So they announced earlier 2 years ago, they started talking about it. As of this year,
mm-hmm.
if you have a wood burning fireplace, you have to
Mm-hmm.
register the wood burning fireplace.
What?
You have to when you register, you have to describe what your fireplace is, what brand, what model, whatever. You may have to get an inspector to come in, and they're promoting this as a partly a safety issue because we've got lots of fireplaces from 100 years ago that might be not safe. And
It
with
was safe for 100 years. It's
the
still safe.
climate's getting warmer, so it's drier. There's more fires and stuff, so they don't want sparks and shit going out. And it's also an environmental thing, saying we want to understand how many wood burning fireplaces are out there, so how much particulate, how much smoke, how much pollution we're emitting, blah blah blah. But it's you just register. That's all. Just register. Costs
Yeah,
you
yeah,
nothing. It's
yeah,
fine. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Just register.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if you don't
Oh shit.
register, and our inspectors go around and find that you actually have the fireplace and you didn't register, it's a $500 fine. But it's okay. It's free to register. So why wouldn't you register? It's free. Don't worry about it. You just
Hmm.
send a list now. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong if you were on a government
Exactly.
list? What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Right? What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
You try to tell me that's not a list that's going to generate revenue in 2, 3, 4 years? We'll say, oh, now it's $25. Well, it's $25 a year for your permit. What's that? It's nothing. That's fucking
Now you
beer
gotta
money.
have
It's lunch
permit
money.
to have it.
The next year it'll be $100. But I mean, come on, $100. It's like a nice dinner. It's like $100. It's nothing, right?
Yeah.
So that's some government planning and prepping. Just ease you in like a frog in a pot, right? Just in 10 years, it'll be making money from it.
Exactly.
If they just came in today and they said, okay,
Yeah.
all you fuckers give us $1,000 for your fireplace, people would be freaking out. They say, what the fuck? Get out of my life. Blah, blah.
Yep.
But because it's free, it's
Yeah.
safety, it's this, it's that. I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, you're kidding me, man. You should do the opposite. You should mandate everyone in Canada should have a wood-burning fireplace. You should go out and take all the fucking dead wood from these forests and just force us all to burn it in our houses through some filters and a little cleaner instead of the 10 billion square fucking miles we have a forest fire every year. You're doing it backwards. So it's got to be a cash grab. What else could it possibly fucking be? But how clever, how preparing like that, right? No, it's free. Don't worry about it. We're going to help. If you got a problem, maybe it's it's safety for you because your old fireplace maybe is not really up to code. And, we're trying to keep you safe. We're nice. Yeah. We're from the government and we're here to help.
Be prepared.
That's the scariest word.
That's the scariest word you can have. We're here from the government. We want to help. No way. They never help you with anything. They only help themselves. That's for sure. So be prepared.
We're here from the government and we're here to help.
Be prepared. Yeah. That's why Americans, we get shotguns when they come out knocking the door. What? What do you want? So anyway, I think
wow. But that's preparing. That's crazy. Thinking ahead. That's thinking ahead, man. That's planning ahead.
Yeah.
On that happy note, okay, we'll let you all get back to your lives. And it's you should know that the government's on your side.
Yeah. No, that doesn't work my way. Be prepared.
The government's not on your side?
Check out Wise Old Bastards. Be prepared to subscribe, like, that stuff too. Don't forget about that. Like and subscribe. And watch Wise Old Bastards.
Yeah.
You might learn something.
You might. And if you do, teach us. No, wait, we're the ones teaching. Sorry, I got them mixed up sometimes. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, man.
See y'all next time.
See you.
Adios. Ciao. Bye.
Yep.